Okay, good morning. I'm going to do a painting today, and this is a round canvas which has been given to me by Dorina for Christmas. Now, I've never done a round canvas, but I'm going to try. Now, because it's so narrow, I painted the edges in advance, and that will allow me not to have a paint flowing too much on the side, and it will keep a paint on the inside as well. I'm going to use 3 different sort of paint: the Newton, Winsor & Newton, the heavy body acrylic color, and the Sandelier. Now, I mix a different paint because what I'm looking for is mostly the color. So the Winsor & Newton has got some, for example, very beautiful yellow, and this one of Della has got beautiful green, and this one has got a lot of choices. The Winsor & Newton, because it's got such a lot of pigments, you mustn't use too much. I mean, I do 50% floetrol and 50% paint, but you have to understand also that if the paint is stronger, like Winsor & Newton, and the pigment is stronger, you need less than if you put the heavy body acrylic, because it has got more acrylic in it. So, and this one, Sandelier, is wonderful for that sort of painting because it's very, very smooth. So this one, if you don't want to spend 20 minutes mixing the Winsor or the acrylic, you will use the Sandelier, because that will only take 2 minutes instead of 15 minutes. So those are the paint I'm going to use. So this is my canvas. I painted black around it. It will stop the paint just going everywhere, and I put a bit of black in the middle. What I'm going to try to do is to do a painting where like a flow of water will go on from the outside inside the middle. And if you remember, when you use a different color of paint, it's not to use paint which are mixing up the cold and the warm color. For example, if you use red and green, you will get a muddy color. So you can use red and green, but you will have to put a neutral color in the middle, and the neutral color would be white, gold, or copper, and that would help the color to stay true to itself. Those are the 2 paints I'm going to use for the background. I'm keeping white here. So those 2 paints obviously are just Floetron and paint, no silicone in it, of course, otherwise it will bubble everywhere. So we'll go and check the consistency, because I've done both yesterday. And it's a good idea to do it a little bit in advance, because if you let it rest, it means that you will get less bubbles. So I'm just checking the thickness of the paint, which should be like a needle. When you pull the paint up, it should look like a nice needle. That's not bad, actually. Good. Those ones are still alright. If they are not alright, I will put a little bit of water. I use the spray because you put less water in it. And the water is... that's it. So I've got those 2 ready to put as a background. I was thinking to put the green around it and the blue in the middle. And so let's not mix up those with the others. Now those one here of the one I was telling you about, which is the 3 color I used. Don't use too many color, otherwise it doesn't work. So I'm just going to use the blues and green, and I'm going to put copper, white and gold to put between the color. And I'm going to use dark green to start, followed by copper and blue, between blue and gold at the end. That's it. And I put them in the right order because it will save me time. So those small one, as I said, I used 50% floetrol and 50% paint with some water. And these are okay, a little bit thick perhaps, but it's not too bad. Okay, so I put the tape around it to save me time. There. Now, let's put the... I need a lot of paper to clean up my tools. Let's go. Wish me luck. Let's start with the green. As I said, this is a very beautiful green. Right. Let's put this one down first. Let's use this little tool. So. Try not to mix up the paint, the green and the blue too much, because I still want to keep this sort of idea of a flow. Yes, I usually go to the Bifield Art Club once a week, but with a lockdown, and this is today the 23rd of June 2020, with a lockdown obviously we are all at home, we can't go, and I'm lucky because my husband made me a wonderful studio. Okay, that's the green. Now I'm going to use a dark blue, which is beautiful phthalo blue, and I like this one because it does look sometimes like, when it dries, it does look a bit like black, but it is not black. So you can use it instead of a black. Now let's go and see if we can do that properly without messing up too much between the two. Internet site, which is called energism.art. That was the name my daughter-in-law Jeannie found for me. And energism is linked obviously to the energy of the of nature, which that's what I'm always trying to do. The energy of nature in the sense of the flow of the water and the skies, the rivers. And it does suit well this sort of painting, because this sort of painting is linked to the color mostly. That's why I was just saying you have to be aware of the color you are using, because the color is the most important thing in those paintings. So you see I've done now 2 colors, which is the first time I do 2 colors, but good to try new things. It's more exciting. Clean my tool. Good, I've got those two colors ready, so I put those two pots away, not to mix them up with the others, because the other was, despite the fact that I left it overnight, you still get a few bubbles with it. That's good. Oh right, now let's be strong and start. I'm starting with the center, and I'm going to blow the color outward. That's going to be exciting, as she said. So I'm going to try green first, because I want it to have a feeling that it's going to flow inside it. Now that should be enough. Now copper. I don't want to put a copper all around it, because I'm going to blow each one in turn. And obviously it's impossible to blow them all in one go. So I will blow it on. So let's put copper, let's put a lot of coppers. Let's a bit more space in there. Right, a bit more copper. Right, copper is done. And light green, that's to make a lot of contrast, light green. The top of the copper, perhaps more toward the center, to give a feeling it's flowing out. Otherwise the copper is going to stand. Oops, my center is disappearing. That's not good. Oh well, can't help that, no? Right. And I think I'm going to put also a little bit of white like this, to give a feeling that it's not perfect. Otherwise I don't want big blob of paint going down. That will look a bit strange. And the next one is light blue. So we want quite a bit of light blue, because that's really smashing color. I mean, it's water anyway, it's color of water, so let's put a lot of white blue, light blue. And that's a light blue from Sennelier. The light blue and the light green are from Sennelier, and what I said, they are very easy paint to use. Well, my center is completely gone. Well, never mind, that's to be a different painting than what I had in mind. And last one, I'm going to put gold. There's a lot of paint actually. Hope it's not too much paint. Looks a lot to me. Okay, so let's put a bit more white, because we want it to give a feeling it's flowing out. Okay, I'm putting, well, never mind. Here we go. So the first thing we're going to do now is to blow. And I can see it's gone off center. the maximum I can do. Actually, drop the hairdryer on the top of it. That's okay. I think it's alright. Anyway, this is too much in the center. I was trying to push it as far away as possible from the center. So let's try to push it a bit more. That side is good. This side is not quite up to the end. Okay, they're coming a bit to the end, that's better. So I just, this one I have to blow it up to the end a bit more. Now lost completely the center, to work on that one a bit more. Okay, everything else is just right. I'm going to put some no white. I got plenty of white. And I think I should put some dark blue in the middle. A little bit of dark blue too. It's a difficult one. If I put dark blue, I should put it more in here and work on it. Okay, I'm going to pour it and work on it. This is going to work. Oh, okay. Follow that one. That's better. And keep it the copper, make it look more exciting.